inception, my first apartment in New York was 4 blocks down the street, and now it's like 15 years later. And what's striking is in these environments, the sort of person that you can be here versus the person you are out there, and the person you are when you're listening and when you're speaking. And in all honesty, I haven't written a poem in a little while, so this was written for Aaron and John and everyone here. How I imagine it to be. For once, I want to write a poem that doesn't make sense. And I want to say it fast, and I want to say it low. I don't want to pour over every sentence. I don't want to know what I meant or think about what I've missed, which comma misplaced, which memory wrong, which word doesn't fit, which fact unfortunate. I am tired of choosing my moments. I want to write a poem that sounds like experience, because this is the space to do that in. And you are the people to do that with. This place does not embody us, we embody it. He embodies it. There is a consistence to being missed. There is a consistence to being missed. There is a pounding, a persistence to it, a constance, a repetitive head hitting up against, because loss is a continuous experience. It is strict around us, yet we are strict without it, because now what we love just lives entirely within us, right? There's no longer an external output for what was, except for all of us. That is what we become for coming together. We become circular, we become future. And that is a great honor. One I'm sure we don't always feel prepared for, but damn sure it is an honor to stand here, witness, bear, listen, share, transcend the things I did right here in my 25th year, and I miss her. I don't get to see her because she lives here with Aaron. Like little stars of poetry and oxygen that can be revisited for resuscitation. These spirits are our constellations by which I am guided. Do you guys look up into the nighted sky and see the ones who have come before? I do. Because we are the thing that lets the past through. So let us be wide enough to pass through. Let us work to be the arc in Washington Square Park. Let us bend and give so that we become the bridge. We suspend and sway. Tonight let's take note and move in the Golden Gate's way and remain through the morning fog of the lost, surprisingly strong enough. We are the Arc de Triomphe. We're carved and engraved, we too scar and our parts break. Our stone, though, is bone, is what makes us human. And then you meet him, and marveled by his marble, I imagine him like a column, smoothed in his certain sections from those who have touched his walls before you came. Begging protection from the tips of their oily city fingers, what lingers, what we hold on to now is how perfectly he covers you above the ground. At once a man and a vessel found. Is that a little bit how it was when you found love, John? Because I imagine that you met your love with love, Aaron. Soon come. The Jamaicans, they say soon come. How do we become how we become? How do we know how we will be when we are called upon? How do we know when we will be called on? Soon come. I think of a storm. I think of the sun. I see a seashell. I think of Aaron. I think it being so much about, yes, where we come from, but I swear as I get older, it's very much about who gets to come along. And you know, I don't know what it was like with him, but I imagine it was sort of like from entry poetry. Upon meeting camaraderie, it's union, him, you, all of a sudden part of a combination. You know that feeling that like something's been missing, but that doesn't mean you don't fit, it just means you haven't been asked to make that shape yet. And then you do. And then it's two men, a parallelism, a San Francisco day, perfectly balanced with sunshine and cold air, breath like exit music in your ear. It is clear you found a mirror, now a pair, like two tacos in the mission, no onion, now a partner, now a position, now a back to put your back up against, standing taller, each other is now a new form of measurement, now a set, and so starts the magic. Like a rabbit being pulled out of a hat, so starts the disappearing act of everything that came before that didn't serve you. So starts the engine of the magician, now in two places at once, sawed in half as below, so above, so starts love, that dark voodoo of being in service to. So starts you loving someone and them loving you. And that is all that it's about. And you have that. So nothing changes now. You two just continue. You just continue. And when memory commands a war, because she will, you will gather your troops and you will battle. Missing will pull on you like gravity and make your tide rise, but you will get in your ship and you will rise to it. You will look out onto the dark expanse of it and see us all as lighthouses now, and you will walk to your bow and navigate the waters from head to heart to hand to paper, and then the waves will begin to taper and the soon will come and the sun come, and you will find you are not alone out there in the water. I am there, a daughter, ashamed of myself when death first come from my father. I was young, and it has since made me a little tough. The only thing I know is that love is something death cannot touch. Death cannot touch love. It doesn't even approach. It never comes close. Love lives, and I promise, death becomes the ghost.